Okay, so there it is. We're going to start taking this thing out. What this thing has is this. It goes from this clutch fan to this clutch fan with this adjustment wheel here in the middle. And then that goes on the outside pulley. On the inside pulley, you have that connected with this right here in the middle, coming down to the outside pulley through here and going back up to here. Okay. Then I need to get a hold of a serpentine belt, and that goes from this to the top to this adjustment thing to this compressor, back over this thing and there. So there it is. Very simple. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. Let me see. Right here. Right here is you have a drain. So I need to put a container here and pump this into this. Yeah. And go from there. From the looks of this, is you have 2 bolts here, 2 bolts down here at the bottom. Same thing with this side, with this thing in between, and this has 4, 6. It has 6 bolts, 2 for this thing. Same thing here, 2 for this thing to take out that middle support, and then you have 4 for your clutch fan. So the idea here is to drain these 2 radiators, drain all the coolant from the engine, and remove the radiators, remove the clutch fans, take the 2 radiators to have them flush, boil, whatever they do, checked, and then take the clutch fans to have them rebuilt and buy the new fan blades. As you can see, chunk missing, big chunk missing. That one over there has another piece. This one has less, but it still has some chunks missing. So the last thing you want to do is have that thing wobbling and going through your radiators, because they are not cheap. They're super expensive. So right now we're going to get this thing going here, and hopefully everything goes smoothly, and it's a piece of cake. And then after the radiators are in the shop and the fan clutches in the shop being rebuilt and everything, we can locate all these hoses, replace these hoses all throughout, because it'd be a lot easier. For example, this one here is at the bottom of the radiator, so with the radiators gone, it'll be a lot easier to do. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll let you know.
Okay.
Well, we're draining this thing. The only problem is that this hose that we bought is a little bit too big, and that's the only one they had. They had a 1-inch pipe, but it was super expensive for, 5 feet. It was like $50 or something. So we got this thing here. There's a little bit of a leak over here, but it's coming along. So we'll just let this thing fill up a little bit here, and do the best we can to pump it. Maybe we'll lose a little bit, I don't know. but it'll be okay.
Okay. Okay, working.
Oh, this has been an adventure. I've already snapped off 3 or 4 bolts.
Yeah, inside no thread at all.
Some of these things here, I'm sure, have never been out since this thing was built,
I'm sure.
because they're in there like welded, you know. Holy moly. So we're going to take this off. Both of these things, the other one, I already took the bottom ones off. And what I'm hoping is that I can move this thing out this way. I'm hoping I can move this thing this way to sit on top of here, so where I can take the bolts off this thing, or we'll do one of them numbers and get it out.
Yep.
Yeah. But I have to be very careful, because the last thing we want is that fan to go through the radiator, which is one of the reasons that we're doing all this. So, yeah. As you can see,
Ooh, lots of blood.
there's a lot of rust in here. Yeah.
Careful.
Yeah, we need to replace this thing because it's kind of rough. Okay, so we got this thing down here. And let me tell you,
This is weight maybe 1,000 kilo.
I think currently this thing is weighed about 2,000 pounds, because we needed some gorillas here. So what we did is we removed this one fan, which allowed us to swing it out this way and down this way. The problem was, I did not anticipate the weight of these clutch fans. Let me tell you, they are super heavy. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get the Bobcat in here, and maybe hire somebody to help us load it on the Bobcat, bring it down up the Bobcat, all kinds of Bobcat things, because between Woon and I, oh man, we had a hell of a time getting them things on there or off of there. Not to mention all the bolts that I broke off about 4 of them. And yeah, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to take the fan off of there, which would be a little simpler, because it's it's right here instead of doing it in the blind. But then you still have the clutch fan themselves and the assembly here, and let me tell you, this son of a gun is heavy. Yeah. So there's a guy that helped me with the awning, and maybe I'll give him a call and see if he can come over tomorrow and give me a fan. Give me a fan. I got enough fans. Give me a hand bringing this down and taking the clutch fans off of there, and then work on these radiators here, because these things here are super heavy. So that's going to be a chore and a half. And I thought this was going to be, you know, a little heavy, but not this heavy. Let me tell you, woo, it's heavy. Super heavy. Yeah. Okay, so right now we're going to take that fan off of there, and if we can manage to flip it over, well, we can work on yeah, probably not, because this thing was heavy. Anyway, we're going to have to get the Bobcat in here and see about bringing this down to the ground level where we can wrestle it around. Behind here, you've got 4 bolts that hold this, and maybe it's 6. It's either 4 or 6 bolts that hold each one of these things in here. Yeah. And then what I can do is get these to that place that does the rebuilt kit put on there, so they can do that and you know, get a couple of fans. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, this is a 9 blade and this is a 7 blade. So for some reason they're different blades, but oh well, that's what was on there. I guess that's what we put on there. Yeah. All right. So yeah, thank God that there's anything in here. Now all we need to do is get it off the scaffold. And let me tell you, while this thing is being moved around and then falling down and jammed up and everything, there's no time to be surprised how heavy it is. So I'm telling you guys, it's heavy. All right, we'll update you later.
Stop! It's falling down. Wait. Drop. Wait.
Okay guys, so there it is. We've taken that support bracket off with the clutch fans. We managed to get it on top of this thing here. We took the Bobcat and we managed to get it here. Let me tell you again, it doesn't look like much, but this thing weighs more than that battery. It weighs a ton. Holy moly. So tonight I'm going to see if I can call that guy and see if he's available tomorrow. Come help me with those radiators, because I won't be able to get that by myself, or Woon and I for that matter. Oh, it is super heavy, and those radiators each weigh more than that. So yeah, holy moly. So we're gonna have to work this thing out and see how we get those things out of there. Now the book says to get them out to the right here, but I don't think so. And I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of what the book has done. It's been disaster after disaster, so yeah. So anyway, I want to see about getting this guy to come help me tomorrow, and then it's a matter of hit and miss experimentation and what have you, and we'll bring him down. If we can get him on top of this scaffolding, we'll bring the Bobcat and get him off and straight to the truck and straight to the shop, because you can't leave these things laying around. They will accidentally end up being broken, full of holes or something. So yeah. All right guys, it's end of the day, and it's time to go home. Thank you everyone. You did a very good job.
Yeah, heavy
Couldn't have done it
duty.
without you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, you can tell you worked today. Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย